Empowerment. Empowerment is concerned with the active participation of people in collective action for change.
The European Network to Reduce Vulnerabilities in Health, it's a project funded by the European Commission. We have 23 partners in Europe, and the main goal is to decrease EU inequalities in health. How we do that? Through advocacy at EU level and national level, as well as through data collection. It's also a good way to exchange practices, including empowerment of those people facing multiple vulnerabilities, such as migrants or sex workers or drug users.
We're very much around transformation, but that people are at the heart of that transformation. And that's not easy. I can tell. Building power, organising people, bringing people together, it's not an easy thing to do. Values are very central to the work that we do. Our organisation and everything we do are driven by the values that we hold. The decisions we make are driven by our values. The framing of our campaigns are driven by our values. The messages and communications are driven by our values.
This partnership allows us to exchange practices. This one is on empowerment, how to improve our practices in our daily work so that the people we work with really get enough strength to fight for their rights.
Menedek Association is a Hungarian association for migrants. It's an NGO which promotes the social integration of migrants living in Hungary. We find it very important to organize group activities and start community buildings.
This is very apparent these days in Hungary and in the neighboring countries, that there is a social problem which nobody contests that this is a social problem, but this is sort of universalized and generalized, and even politicians and the political elite plays it out very consciously.
People in Limbo started because the health center wanted a resource group that could give us advice about how to best provide services to undocumented migrants. So we recruited 5 or 6 patients that started meeting on a regular basis with us. And it became apparent that they weren't really that interested in giving us advice. They were more interested in changing their lives on a more fundamental level. So then we had to rethink our strategy. And we ended up setting them up with another organization that works more politically and that could help them start a political organization. And so they sort of took control of their group, and now they are their own political organization.
What I wanted to learn is when I came here was about empowering and improving the participation of our clients in the sexual program in Bucharest. What I've learned is that there are many experiences where organizations succeeded to empower their communities they work with.
It was very exciting the last 2 days. We had a platform to exchange a lot of things with other colleagues from all over Europe. I like the idea of participation very much, and I will try to implement it in our project in Munich.
What I've found particularly useful is it's given us the opportunity to have to reflect critically on how we operate at the moment. We've got our own way of doing things which we've been doing for a while, and it works to a certain extent, but it does feel like there might be something that's been lacking around involving patients and service users in the decision-making process of the service so they can have more control over decisions made about them. And I think this workshop has been really powerful in understanding the process that's involved in organising that kind of setup.
Empowerment, community work, emancipation, those are key elements in our job, and we worked on it during those 2 days. For me, it's essential. without giving the freedom of speech to those who are using our services, we're just a part of the system. And we know the system is based on exclusion. So in order to fulfill our mission, it's necessary, it's imperative to give the freedom of speech to those who come to visit us. And the freedom of speech not only to address problems in the society, but also to address the way we are organizing our work. So empowerment is about changing the way you organize your work. And we worked on that during those 2 days. And I'm going back to Brussels with determination, new motivation to start participative processes within our clinic.